a guy came to the line, a guy came into my boatyard, you know. Twice he came, he was looking for somebody, and he stood there and talked to me for an hour. And I distilled a monologue out of it, of his own words. This guy's Pat Patterson. This guy's a native of Bristol Bay. And he came into our boatyard up there. He wanted looking for somebody, and then he stood there and talked to me by the window in the truck for an hour. He was born up there, and he's lived up there all of his life. And he passed away last summer. And this I talked to him, it was about 22nd of July, 2012. Those two conversations I had with him. This is Pat Patterson, narrative of Pat Patterson, a native of Bristol Bay. My father was born in Dublin, Ireland. He went to Kentucky to work in a coal mine. Somehow he found his way to Bristol Bay. I was born in Hallersville, the Queejak, in 1928. After that, we moved up the Alagnac River, where we lived in a little cabin. Still hear his voice with his Irish speech. One time he was whipping me with a piece of birch for something I did. A man came along and saw us. He said, "Quit whipping that kid like that. You're going to kill him before he grows up." My dad said, "Bending the back straightens the mind." When I was 5 years old, I had the job of filling the kindling box next to the stove. It was an old biscuit box. One day I decided I didn't want to do it. I went on strike. When he saw that, my dad said, "The only thing you have to do in life is die," and then he walked away. That night I didn't get any dinner. I went a bit hungry. The next day I went back and filled that kindling box. My dad said, "You have to work to eat, and you can get other good stuff too." I fished for 30 years, half of it in sailboats. I hurt my back and had to quit. When the Japanese started paying, I hurt my back, so I had to quit. When the Japanese started paying good prices for fish, I saw people wanting to go independent. I built my first boatyard in Naknek. People were jealous and said that I would not make money. Then Bob Hester and that other guy built 2 more boatyards. In the 80s, I decided to go into the trash hauling business. Harry Shawback wanted the contract, so he called his friends in the borough and tried to get it. They caused me trouble, but I knew who was behind it. I kept my eye on Shawback. I went to work for the borough, and I made some of my own friends. I retired when I hurt my back again. I only went to the 4th grade, but I'm not stupid. All of my friends are dead. Xavier Papetti doesn't come up here anymore, does he? He used to keep his houseboat in my yard. When he was around, there was always something going on. Now me and my old wife live here alone. You know, when I did that, when I was listening to him, I wasn't taking notes. I wasn't recording him. I wanted to hear what he said and then remember what he said. That was the exercise.